Welcome back to another YouTube video, and it's me, Mr. JRY, and today I've got an exciting video for you. Yes, all the visitors' tapes are out. I've put the last two up here, tapes 5 and 6. A quick disclaimer, this is all my ideas. You know, this may or may not happen on the event, so if you don't want to see any spoilers, please look away now.
I didn't factor was that the only way to trigger the device was from within the loop itself. Thus this hasty and primitive recording, and why now I find myself looped. Activate the beacon at precisely the moment this timer reaches nothing. The 0 point must be contained once more. If they are correct, it will be the end.
But from that, I'm going to not look too much into them now. I'm going to make my judgment on what I think is going to happen at the Season 10 event happening this Sunday. Let's go me. So here we are, it's Sunday. We're all hyped for the event. We go into the end game. We press to load in. Content's loading up. We go to the island. And here we are. We fight around for a few minutes. And then obviously the event kicks in. Now, do I think we will stay on the island? I'm not too sure. But I feel like we'd be looking from afar because of what's about to happen. So I'm going to use quite a lot of the map, I think. And it just be, you know, when you're looking around and everyone's like floating. And we might have jetpacks. Who knows? Anyway, the visitor and the scientist. Two very important people in this story, obviously. So when the timer reaches 0, which is at Dusty Depot, and the beacon's at Dusty Depot, this shall be activated at the precise moment it hits 0. The 0 point must be contained again, but he must activate the beacon inside the loop. I'm presuming that the trigger is also the beacon. Can I just clarify? I am presuming there's one more beacon to activate, one more device, which makes it difficult. You know, someone might have to stay behind one of the 7 for this to work. And that would be mad. What I didn't factor in was the only way to trigger the device was from within the loop itself, versus this hasty and primitive recording, and why now I find myself looped. What it's referring to is the device which I stated earlier, from giving us time to create the devices needed to synchronize the junctions, which were the rift beacons. I'm still presuming they're the rift beacons. So every time he activated a rift beacon, he would have to go inside it to activate it. So he would have to go into that Season 10 trailer tunnel thing where Jonesy's through to be able to activate the device, which I believe on the tapes is referred to as the bridge, to be able to activate the beacon. And that's why there is a tape recorder at every single rift zone, because he's had to do this 7 times. So how I reckon this all goes down and this all happens is we get a wide shot of the visitor and the scientist coming together, both at Dusty Depot. So the visitor's timeline. His timeline is Season 10. And that's his beginning. That's when he first puts his foot on the Fortnite map, and not in Season 3 or 4. I can't quite remember now. But when the comet hit Dusty Depot. His first interaction with Fortnite was Season 10. So possibly did he come from the future, or did he just happen to come from another world, crash into Depot? But before he crashed into Depot, this happened. And he walked around Season 10 with obviously older versions of himself, and things that haven't happened yet. So he's like, damn, what's going on here, guys? Why are you me? Because that's what the whole us, me and you thing was about. I got confused about that yesterday's video. But now I'm on the straight and narrow. So there's other versions of him, maybe older, younger, maybe from other worlds. But anyway, he gets back into the pod on the rocket. Okay, right in a minute. He gets back on the pod on the comet. So he's waiting. The scientist gets into the rocket. Now I've always presumed that he didn't calculate the mech's virus. He did calculate that. And he's going to deliberately drive that into the 0 point for whatever reason I'm not aware of. But he knows about the virus. That might not be anything to do with the event, but I think it is. But so he takes off, gets out of the way. I'm not quite sure how the rift beacon is going to be activated, because he said someone needs to be in a loop to activate. Maybe that's us, maybe that's our interactions, because we do interact with it. We can interact with it at the moment. So maybe on the day we interact with it. So we activate it. What that means is that time becomes unfrozen. The comet will hit Dusty Depot, boom, and we will actually see the comet hit Dusty Depot this time. We didn't get that before, did we? Nah, that didn't happen. We didn't see that. But the comet will hit Dusty Depot, and then his time he will obviously go through a whole of the season trying to find things, trying to build his rocket, the Via layer. And obviously, when this is going on, that's just normal time for him. But no time would have passed for us. So the scientist is going to crash into the 0 point, when maybe other things are going to go on because it's all going a bit crazy at this point. But then the visitor is going to use his rocket, go up, and rift towards. He's going to bring it towards Tilted Tower. It has a rift beacon in it at the moment in this time zone. The reason why I think he's obviously going to go back into the comet is for this reason.
0 point possibility. Set coordinates.
It's very interesting because you hear the girl says setting coordinates. So he knows where to go because he's already done all that stuff in the season 10 at this point. So he's already been through all the events in season 10 and he knows what happens. So obviously the season 4 rocket will have a big impact in the season 10 event. So we will have the season 4 rocket, the season 10 rocket, and everything else that is going on. So we are looking for a big almighty event coming to us on Sunday, and I can't wait for it. But you know, with all the rifts opening, I don't know, is time very, you know, liquid at this point. So he hits through there. So once he goes through there, will he come back out at the point we're at now, deactivate or reactivate the beacons when he's doing this? Because he rifts over Moisty. He then rifts over Greasy and disappears for quite a while before reappearing at Loot Lake, banging out a big rift, what eventually held a cube. So yeah, freaking hell. And damn, that last rift that he pops out of Loot Lake is quite peculiar. It's like it's almost wanting to push something else out. It's like trying to force something else out. Like, imagine if something exploded and went off, and it's like trying to push that through as well, but it just prevents it and it manages to close up. It really looks like it's trying to push out the rocket ship and something else. I don't know. I might be completely off, but it's been fun sort of racking my brain about it. So yeah. So a big thanks for watching the video if you made it this far. Or if you watched 20 seconds, who cares? Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for taking time out of your day. Big up. Big up. Hold on. Was that girl's singularity?
Set coordinates.